one of his methods were to diss black people.
When this little sprinter...
And the Breakfast Club called him out. And then Kai made a video saying we should forgive him. Yeah, Kai Cenat made a video saying that we should forgive him. He thinks that the Breakfast Club should have been more professional. And I'm like, bro, what? You know what I'm saying? Bro, what? What you mean? What you mean we should have forgave him? Forgave him for what? This is what Kai said.
Some shit with Neon was crazy. You know, I don't even speak on Neon because of what happened in the past, and that's okay. I'm entitled to feel how I want to feel because of what happened in the past, and that's fine. Whatever it's at, it's at. Seen one of the Breakfast Club and they got killed. And that nigga, they was frying that nigga shit. But, you feel me? Do I feel like they should have made it a more professional interview? 100%.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I got no thoughts, bro.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So Kai was the one that Neon dissed a couple years back, saying that his mama's Harriet Tubman. And then now Kai's saying, well, he dissed me. I felt how I felt, but I just feel like you guys are doing too much. First of all, nigga, it wasn't a diss to you, even though he called your mama Harriet Tubman. Your mama not black. Yeah, your mama Caribbean, so that insult don't even do nothing to you for real. Because your mama don't got no fin. Your mama probably, Kai Cenat mama probably don't even know who Harriet Tubman is. So that diss Neon said to him, that shit just rolled off his shoulders. Like, nigga, he don't even know who Neon is. And on top of that, nigga, you the same nigga who said black Americans ain't had no cultures. You know what I'm saying? You the same nigga who said black Americans have no culture. So of course you're going to say forgive the nigga. Right. No, ma'am. Caribbean is not black. And I'm tired of y'all saying, let's talk about this. I'm tired of y'all saying this. I'm tired of y'all saying you Caribbean motherfuckers are black. Or you African motherfuckers over here are black. You're not black. Black has a different, belongs to different people depending on where you're at in the world. For example, if I were to go to Brazil right now, I might be black, but the people of Brazil who stay in the black communities of Brazil, they probably won't associate me with their blackness. See what I'm saying? They probably won't associate me with their culture of black because I don't understand it. I'm an American who came to Brazil and I was forced into the black communities. See what I'm saying? And they're going to look at me, and then once they hear me talk, once they hear me speak, they're going to be like, nah, he ain't, you know what I'm saying? He ain't such and such. And then when it comes to politics, if they see me get on stage and say, hey, all the black people in Brazil, we should have, they're going to look at me like, that nigga ain't Brazilian black. What the, he ain't Portuguese, nigga. He ain't Portuguese. Man, listen. Man, they going to kick my ass off that stage so fast. I cannot go to Brazil right now and speak on the behalf of black people. I can't do it. I can't go on the behalf of Jamaica and speak on Jamaican people in Jamaica. I can't do it. I cannot go to Haiti and speak on behalf of Haitian people in Haiti. Because they're going to know that I'm culturally not their black. Black has a different stigma, has a different culture in different places. So when y'all come here and start saying, we're black. Nah, nigga, you're not this kind of black, nigga. See what I'm saying? You're not this kind of black. You're using this to try to blend in with us. See what I'm saying? But you don't understand our politics. You don't understand what we've been through. And it's different. See what I'm saying? Yeah, now we're all, now we're all black. Down here in Miami, they call us Yanks. Yankee, Yaya. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, Yaya. Yeah, of course they see you as black, but they don't see you as black enough to get on the stage and talk about their black politics. They don't see you as black enough to start speaking on their behalf. You're just black enough to say, okay, he looks black. Right, but they're not going to accept you into their culture as a leader or as somebody who has a say-so. Right. Yeah. On Jamaican Flag Day, y'all hold them flags up high, and you make it very pronounced that you're Jamaican. On Haitian Flag Day, you hold them Haitian flags high. You make it very pronounced that you're Haitian. It's not a black day. You Haitians don't say this is all black days. This is a black day. No, you say this is Haitian Day. Jamaicans say this is Jamaican Independence Day. You see what I'm saying? Puerto Ricans say this is Puerto Rican Independence Day. Right. So y'all not gonna tell us what to call you when you get to flip flop whenever you feel like it. It's a double standards. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna start inviting y'all on here. Y'all talking too much, and I don't know what y'all scared of. You could come up here, bro. All right. So I'm gonna invite a couple of y'all on here.
Yo,
What's going on, brother? What's your name and where you from?
my name's Amari. I'm from London.
You from London. All right, talk to me, Amara. What's going on? I see you have a lot of rebuttals in the comment section.
Yeah, like I think where some African Americans go wrong is like,
Black Americans.
oh sorry, Black Americans. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like like say if we all lined up in a room and got one white guy to say point out the Black American, they wouldn't be able to do it. So I feel like we have more in common than we don't. Basically, you know, we've got way more in common than you think.
Oh yeah.
I know I sound differently. I know I sound different to you. Your politics is different. You know what I mean? But
Right.
we've got way more in common.
Right.
Like I feel like some African Americans, not all, because I've met a lot of African Americans,
Black Americans.
Black Americans. I've met a lot of Black Americans in London.
Mm-hmm.
When they come over here, they gel with us straight away. You know, obviously we know you've grown up differently, but like I said, to a white person, there's no difference.
Mm-hmm.
We're still just black. And the same with Brazil. I went to Brazil in February. Like the language barrier, obviously we don't speak Portuguese, so the language barrier, yeah, 100%. We can't go over there and talk about the politics and stuff like that. But they definitely see us as kin. They're not over there thinking, "Oh, this guy's black from London. He's not one of us." You know.
So
They
Amara, so
respect.
I'm gonna make this point real quick. So what makes a society or a culture is not just how you look. What makes you a part of a group of people is your belief system, your ideologies, your language, and basically your politics. And if you don't have any three of those things, just looking like somebody is not enough. You would never be fully a part of the culture or the group. So to sit here and say just because you had the same complexion as me means that we're both the same. No, it don't. Not if we have different cultures, not if we have different belief systems.
not both the same, because obviously our experiences are completely different. So for me, I grew up in London, so London's completely different to, I don't know where you're from in America, but I just know it's completely different, right?
Right.
So I couldn't come to America and be like, well, you guys should do X, Y, Z, because I haven't grown up in that system. Likewise, you couldn't come to London and be like, you should do X, Y, Z. But then, like I said, there's more similarities than differences. I feel like a lot of time, I don't even engage in diaspora wars. I think it's very, very boring. But
So could you tell the difference between a Japanese person and a Chinese person?
Yeah, no, probably not. No, I couldn't. Probably not.
Well,
Like, I mean, like, I feel like I would say, like, I feel like I can, but like, to be honest,
it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
yeah, it's gonna. No, 100%, it's gonna be tough. But
So when you line these Japanese and Chinese persons and you put them all in one room, they're all the same skin complexion, right? Pretty much. Very pale.
but they're completely different. Like if you broke it up down their genome, they're completely different. Like,
But they look the same, don't they?
yeah, but like if you were to get your DNA,
And then what about culturally? Are they the same culturally?
okay, culturally they're not the same culturally, but they have more similarities than they do differences.
So the question is, why is it acceptable for other groups of people who have a lot of similarities compared? We're just talking about looks right now. Who have a lot of similarities to looks, get to practice, I guess, barriers or borders to where they respect each other's cultures. But Black Americans, we have to be open to everybody. Why do we have to be open to everybody?
No. Black America. I don't think other people in the diaspora are forcing Black Americans to be open to everybody. But like I said, this is the internet, innit? So you can only see certain handfuls of people's perspectives. But a lot of the time you see it in the diaspora, and people in London do it all the time. It's like, oh, Americans don't know where they're from, and then it'll be the same people like, oh, Africans are African booty scratchers, and it's just like, I just don't feel like that conversation. Like, I don't feel like that dialogue is necessary.
So,
At
what part of what are you from? Are your parents from Africa, the Caribbeans? Or are you just strictly from the UK? Are you
no, so there's no like black people strictly from the UK. They're all from Caribbean or Africa. I'm from Ghana, West Africa.
Ghana? Okay, all right. So you're from Ghana. Uh, could you tell the difference between you and a Nigerian?
I could tell the difference between me and a Nigerian. Yeah, you
But
probably
I
could.
couldn't. I couldn't be
Yeah,
able to
no,
tell.
that's what I'm saying. But that's what I mean. You couldn't tell because you. But I'm around a lot of Nigerians, and I
And
know
then
what.
would you say you and Nigerians are the same?
Okay, so me and the Ghanaians and Nigerians share a lot due to colonialism. So we're the only two English-speaking countries in West Africa. So from that alone, yeah, we are quite similar. But like you got different characteristics of like stereotypically of like a Nigerian. Like Nigerians are known for being like prideful. They're kind of like Jamaicans in a way. They're very
So
loud.
so so you guys understand that, and I think Africa is probably the most tribal out of all places, continents.
Nah, that
See what I'm
nah
saying?
that's
And
that. But that's just
you guys beef around the corner and shit, and yeah, all y'all are black
nah.
on one continent.
No, no, that's just like propaganda. We don't actually have a lot of tribalism. I know in like the way you guys are taught about African history, you think we're all fighting. Is Ghana is very peaceful. Nobody's fighting, and there's hundreds of tribes there. It's not like how everybody's saying that. There's more people arguing in England. Like someone in like the north of England will have more in like less in common with someone in the south than someone in the north of Ghana to the south of Ghana. It's not like that. The only thing I can compare it to is like people in like the south or the east coast to the west coast maybe, or people from Texas to like New York. You're gonna have different cultures there, like different opinions slightly, but
Right, but they all have one. We all have one common goal though. So I'm not sure.
that's it.
I'm not sure if Africa is on that same agenda. From what I'm looking at, it seems like you guys are very separate.
No, but
Uh,
but that's due to colonialism. Africa's 54 countries,
okay,
brother.
so you guys have 54 countries, and not all y'all
Yeah.
have the same agendas. Then I'm pretty sure all y'all don't look at each other as the same. Yeah, I'm
No, so
pretty. I
West Africa.
I had a South African on here last night with a Ugandan person, whatever you want to call it, and they didn't have the same viewpoints, and they didn't embrace each other with like we're the same. They looked at each other like why are you talking like that? You see what I'm saying? So I'm not
No,
understanding.
I understand what you're saying, but like you see, I can only use it as like London. See
Well,
London,
matter of fact, here he is right now. Faye, well, I was just talking about
Right
you, brother.
here.
Go ahead. Talk
Right
to me.
here. How's it, man? How's it, guys?
What's going on?
Good, good. Look, man, speaking tribalism, I've never heard much tribalism from Ghana. I think he's correct there. But
Yeah.
Nigeria is extremely tribalistic, extremely so.
no,
Yeah,
100%,
we know.
100%. Nigeria,
We know you guys are. I mean, it sounds like he's from a place that's more, I guess not as anti-black as the rest of certain places in Africa. But
no,
go
but
ahead, tell me the argument,
Africa's
right?
Africa's not anti-black though, because the
Me
people
when I say anti-black, I mean like you guys are not as
anti-African American.
pan-African. You guys are not as pan-African as you try to make it seem like. Ghana might be more pan-African in certain parts of
Let me be honest with you, bro.
but
I think this thing of Pan-Africanism, it like it usually works in countries where there's a lot of poverty. Understand? Countries that are doing better don't really want to associate with Pan-Africanism.
hey, Coach D, I
Even
didn't
though,
drop you. You dropped yourself. I didn't drop you. Hop back on. Go ahead. My bad.
yeah, so that is what happens. You see, I think countries where countries where people are doing a lot better, they tend to shy away from the idea of having everyone coming to their country in the name of Pan-Africanism.
Mhm.
Understand? So maybe the ideology would be there, but then it's not the same ideology as every other country, you know. So
So, Faye, let me ask you
uh,
a question, brother. Do people in Africa recognize each other's cultures, and do you guys, I guess, draw lines in your separation of who you are? But there's no beef necessarily, but you do draw lines in your cultures, and you accept that you guys are different, right? In Africa,
yeah, yeah. For example, I'm Zulu, you know,
you're right.
Zulu, and then the closest tribe to like my tribe,
Ghana.
Xhosa. but we really strongly identify with like our own cultures. You know, I'm Zulu, you're Xhosa. We get along, we're buddies, we love each other, but I'm Zulu and you're
Just like
Xhosa.
Texans in Miami,
Sorry,
something like that.
sorry to interrupt. Faith, where do you live? You live in South Africa.
Yeah, I
You
live
live
in
in South
South
Africa.
Africa.
So I feel like what it is in London, when we don't have a lot of South Africans, but there's South Africans here. So say if you go to school and there's like, I don't know, a group of black boys, there's 15 black guys, there's 2 Somalis, 2 Nigerians, 2 South Africans. They're not building up borders in the sense like you're South African, you have to go there. It's more of it like, oh, he's black, that's my guy. That's how it kind of works, you know?
So this is what happens, my
Hey.
brother. This is what happens, my brother.
Whenever y'all get a chance, man, I'm
Bro,
gonna
just calm
step in
down,
and
bro.
say
That's
something, man.
disrespectful.
Yeah, you're
bro.
about to go up real quick. I'm about to make a point. Hold on. Give me a second, Faith. Let me go ahead and respond to what Amari said. So Amari, when we say you guys like to separate from us, it is usually not in a school setting. It's usually when certain things come up, when certain politics come up. That's when we see your true colors. So it's very deceptive, like I was talking about before. Like with the Chico kids we go to school with, you know, they're with me in school when I'm playing football. But when it's time for me to be an entrepreneur and go out there in society and make business deals, then you start seeing the walls get put up and you start seeing how they gatekeep or put their own culture on. That's necessarily what I'm talking about. I know personally, if I were to see you in person tomorrow, I'm going to say, what's good, brother? I'm going to dap you and say, what's good? You're going to say, what's good, bro? But when it comes down to politics, culture, that's when we start seeing the shift. Or when it comes down to you getting an award, let's say you were to get an award in America, like most Caribbeans or Africans may do. When they get an award here, they tend to like to shout out where they're from. So they could have spent their whole life here in America, thrived off of Black Americans, been around Black Americans. Black Americans could have got them to the position that they're at because we open doors for everybody to come here to strive in America. But when they get on this mic with this award, hey, shout out to Ghana. Shout out to South Africa. Shout out to the whole Africa. Like, nigga, what the fuck? What you doing, dog? You see what I'm saying? Like, when it comes down to when you win something, that's when the separation starts happening. Or when it comes down to politics, let's say Black Americans want reparations. Some of y'all might say we don't deserve reparations. See what I'm saying? So I know that you will be cool with me. I know that for sure. But I'm talking about when it comes down to the things that actually matter, we start seeing the differences in each other. And that's why delineation is so important. I'm going to let Coach D talk. He's been waiting, and you guys can have time to respond. Coach D, go ahead, brother. What's your name and where you from?
My name is Derek. I am from Michigan, man. I live in Atlanta, though.
Yeah, okay. Shout out to Michigan.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm just trying to get a perfect understanding of your viewpoint, especially when you say Black American instead of like African American or anything like that. So I just like the point you just said, when they win their award, they shout out Ghana or anything like that, right?
Right.
And you said that's because it's culture. Their culture is different. So that's why they can't label as Black. Right?
Not only culture, but when see what happens is when people want to say they're a group of people or they're one of the same people, it takes more than just looking like somebody. There's a lot of things that you need. You need similar ideologies, you need similar cultures, and your politics need to be aligned with each other. What we've noticed is Black Americans, these other groups of Blacks don't have those 3 things with us. So it's not fair to say that we're them when they don't think like us. But when the opportunity comes, when the opportunity comes, time for them to show that they're not us, they take it. When it's Haitian Flag Day, they pull out their flags. When it's time to win an award, they pull out where they're from. So it's always convenient for them to be what they want when they want. So go ahead.
Right. So even Black Americans do the same thing that you're talking about.
In what way?
Say Kendrick Lamar win an award.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Black American, right?
Yeah.
It would be wrong for him to shout out Compton. He got to shout out all of Black America, because I mean, New York got Black people there too. He got to say, "Oh, thank you to all of Black America." He can't specify where he's from, just to shine a light on where he's from.
So the reason why that is not a good example is because when Kendrick Lamar in Compton gets an award, he represents the Black Americans in America and the struggle that we
But
went.
even in America, we have cultural differences.
Hold on now. And it's because we all can relate to what it took for Kendrick Lamar to get there. You see what I'm saying? We all went through, we all have families that went through similar things in America, and we could appreciate how he got that award. So when he wins the award for Compton, we all have an appreciation for it. You see what I'm saying? And he doesn't belittle us neither. He doesn't say, hey, Black Americans don't got any culture. Like when Kai Cenat wins an award. When Kai Cenat wins an award and then comes back and say Black Americans ain't got no culture. What? See what I'm saying? So they start showing their prejudiced ways at times, but they win when it's convenient for them, or they want to shout their country out or represent their flag when it's convenient. Kendrick Lamar, he can't rock a flag. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? When he gets an award, he's Black. He's Black American. It's for all of us. Well, go ahead, brother.
What they call bandanas, that's their flags. And there's I've been to New York and to California. There's vast cultural differences from California to New York. And even when you say, oh, we can appreciate that, there's people in different cultures that did stuff that we can appreciate for them to get to the status that they had too. So like when you say, oh, he did that and we can appreciate that. Okay, what happened when Snoop Dogg won the award and y'all ain't got no love for Compton? There was cultural differences where they were saying, oh, they not like us. They not like us. Kendrick even made a song saying they not like us.
Who do you think he's talking to?
So when you say cultural differences, there's cultural differences. Who
was Kendrick talking
to? You exactly. He made it so that it was about Drake. He's from Canada, which is cool.
He's
I
not
understand
like
that. Okay, so explain the Snoop Dogg. Okay, explain the Snoop Dogg and Biggie situation there.
Yeah, we
not like each
as
other?
a person from Brooklyn, can I explain that?
Go ahead.
Hi everyone. So I'm from Brooklyn. I'm a vain New Yorker, born and raised. What's annoying me is that I feel like you guys are intentionally conflating everything with each other. Okay, so the thing that happened with New York and LA, it was basically about the respect of hip hop. No one confused. Everybody was American. Everybody understood that hip hop was born in New York City. So that's one thing.
So the respect was there.
LA was just upset because they felt like they weren't getting the respect from New York. However, everyone understood the birthplace of hip hop. Everyone understood that. Everyone understood that it was an American art form. So it's not the same thing. Now, what happens with the others and Black Americans, and when I say others, I'm defining it as other people in the diaspora other than Black Americans. What happens is everyone is allowed to represent that word beats my ass. Everyone's allowed to represent where they're from.
Right.
So if you're Jamaican, you're Jamaican, yes. And Black Americans have no problem with that. Hey, you know what? Give me some jerk chicken. If you are Nigerian, cool, no problem. Be Nigerian, and it's totally fine. If the guy that was talking about people in Britain, the Black Brits, hey, you Black and you from Britain, that's great. The problem that we have is that when Black Americans say that we are Black Americans, everyone gets upset. There is a difference between everyone being Black, because no one's arguing that. We all know Black people are the people with the dark skin. No one's confused. Yeah. However, everybody with Black skin gets to celebrate their individuality.
Right.
Yes, we know that we have a lot of similarities, and nobody's arguing that. Not one person is arguing that we have similarities, but everyone's allowed to celebrate their individualism. And no one has a problem with that until it comes to the Black Americans. And to be fair, no one considered themselves Black until, because we're American, we have media and everyone's like, oh yeah, this is the cool thing to be. So then the people in other countries seen what we were doing and they're like, okay, we're Black too. That's what we're supposed to do. And I love documentaries. So if you look and you see some of the documentaries, they're like, oh, I learned how to be Black and celebrate being Black from watching the Black Americans on TV. Mm-hmm. So they took their appreciation. So once again, I want to leave this out. Yes, everyone's Black. Everyone in the diaspora is Black. However, it's okay to be different and to celebrate that. No one wants to fight. No one in Black America wants to fight that. But let us be able to celebrate who we are as well and respect that as well.
Hey, very, very, very well said, sister. Hold on, I want to jump on what you just said. And not only that, but you guys understand these other groups of people. They're very disrespectful at the same time too, and they just gonna think that we forgot that. Yeah, like I just played Castanet, just came on and said Black Americans have no culture. You guys are just African American. Right.
As he demonstrates Black American culture.
Right. As he gets on here and demonstrates Black American culture. So what we went ahead and said is, you know what? Let's be like you guys and let's go ahead and hone in on us and call us Black American and appreciate our own achievements. Right. Just like how you guys do. Just like on Haitian Flag Day, Jamaican Day, or whenever you win an award, let us do the same. Oh, so he got off. Go ahead, Amari. You respond?
Yeah, I understand that. I understand that. But I feel like there's one thing you said about like the politics and stuff. Even when you guys like did the civil rights, like I feel like the way I see it is like the thing is, whether we like it or not, Black people, we're not one homogenous group. We're not all the same. Like you said, you have differences. You got continental Africans, you got European Blacks, you got Black French, Black British, you got Black Americans, you got Black people in South America, right? But I feel like you guys are failing to understand that maybe with civil rights, the civil rights movement that you guys did impacted everybody. It impacted all across the diaspora. And I feel like sometimes Black Americans be like, oh yeah, we don't get celebrated, and like, oh, we don't get backed by other people in the diaspora. And I just feel like if you did like a little bit of research, you'll know that's not true. That's like the character. That's not true. Like now, like in your country, I can't talk about the African immigrants that come to your country and they're saying rude things. Like I don't know, I'm not American.
That's all we could talk about. That's what we're not talking about anything else but other our country. I can't talk about what the civil rights did in Africa or in London. I'm talking about what effect it has right here.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like if you just like did some research across the diaspora, that the civil rights in America affected. We had our own civil rights in.
Yeah, but that don't do nothing for me.
Right. Right, but you're saying do research, but you're not doing research. We're not listen, you got to understand, as Americans, we are self-centered. Doesn't matter what Black, Puerto Rican, Spanish, white, we are self-centered. Americans don't care about anywhere else. So when we are talking and we're giving our experiences, we're talking about what happens here. We're not talking about anywhere else.
That's true.
So yes, you may experience something where you are, but us as Black Americans don't care. And I am not being rude. Believe me, I am not being rude. This is just a mind state of American. We are patriotic, for better or worse. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but you got to understand, we are talking about what happens in our country when other people come and they do what they do. So right now you are invalidating what we are saying because you're talking about what happens where you are in other places. And we are specifically talking about what happens in America to us.
No, I'm not invalidating, but I made that to say a point because you said something like we're not celebrated or you're not giving your props as Black Americans, and that's why
in our country in our country.
Where it matters.
You're failing to realize that point. We are saying what happens in our country.
So
We cannot speak for what happens elsewhere. Yes, I am saying people from the diaspora come over here, benefit from what we have done, and disrespect the Black Americans and tell us we have no culture while using our culture, tell us that we're lazy while benefiting from the stuff that we have fought from. This is what we're telling you guys, and you are not listening.
But I'm just gonna ask a question. Would you say that's most like African immigrants in America think that way, or most Caribbean immigrants in America think that way? They feel like
yes.
I think you should understand this, bro. I don't know if you heard about the protest that was going to happen in Ghana against Nigerians.
Yeah.
I think you should understand what these guys are saying, bro. Let's be fair right now.
Hey, fake, you know what I'm saying? Hey, nigga, you might make me come out to South Africa, nigga.
Nigerians came to your country and they started wanting to do as they please in your country. And they started disrespecting the people from your country. And the most natural thing to do is to say Nigerians must go. That's it.
But brother, that's the thing that it's like you can't use one example as the rule. Nigerians have been in Ghana. Nigerians have been in Ghana for
Nigerians out of our country as well.
Yeah, but I'm just saying Nigerians have been in Ghana
out of their country.
Damn, y'all don't like Nigerians at all. Y'all don't follow Nigerians at all. God damn.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Nigerians have been in Ghana for years, but we're digressing. I'm not talking about that. I'm just like saying with the whole like Black American.
The bottom line is you cannot get to a person's country and start disrespecting them and start calling them lazy and start calling them all these things. It is not right. It is not right. Because you're there using their resources, using their schools. Bro, let's be fair, guys. These are one of the things that make people start hating all Africans because we sound like we got no sense. It's only fair. When you get to another man's country, get there, behave yourself, assimilate to the culture. That's it. It's as simple as that, bro. This is basic etiquette.
No, but this is my point. You're acting. But you're acting like it's all African immigrants that come to America disrespect Black Americans. That's just
the point I'm trying to bring
across. It doesn't matter.
Not all Africans. It's not all Africans. But if you're a Ghanaian and you're here speaking like you're speaking right now, you make it sound like we don't care about what you're saying. We just telling you what we're telling you, but these guys are telling you what they genuinely feel, and that's how they feel, bro. You can't do anything, but that's how they feel.
No, but
bro, you said that, brother. Let me get OJ talking. He's been on here. He ain't saying that. OJ Lee, go ahead, brother. Your mic working.
Oh yeah, I was just listening. You know what I'm saying? But
what's your
I
name?
basically agree with what y'all saying because it's like you can't. I'm from Savannah, Georgia.
Okay.
My whole family from Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like he's saying. What we fought for, like they fought for it too. But it's like what she was saying. We not talking about y'all. We talk about us. But you can't say okay, what we fought for. Y'all benefit from it. Like whatever y'all fought for, we don't benefit from nothing y'all fought for.
Mm-hmm.
We not coming to y'all country telling y'all what y'all should have and what y'all shouldn't have. Y'all coming here telling us what we don't have, what we should do, and we should be Africans and all of this. It's like, no, we had this going before y'all came here. Everything that we got, we fought for, our ancestors fought for and died for, and none of y'all was standing with us when all of these things are going on. It's like y'all pop up out of nowhere once we get it and benefit from it.
Right, exactly.
But where was y'all when we was actually fighting for it? So when we saying reparations or whatever it is, it's like that conversation y'all shouldn't even be a part of because that's us. Mm-hmm. That's us and another group of people conversation to have. That's not y'all conversation to even think that y'all should be a part of that. Like, just sit over there in the corner. We gon' fight for this. We gonna get it. And because y'all look like us, y'all gonna benefit off it anyways.
Right. Exactly.
I don't. I agree with that. I disagree with that last point. But I do hear what you're saying. It's like it's not really my fight. Like I said, I'm not African. I'm not Black American. You know. So I do understand that.
Omar, let me ask you a question, bro. How have Black Americans benefited off of whatever other groups of blacks fought for? Name one thing that Black Americans got from you guys.
It depends. It depends in. It depends in what way you're looking.
Name anything that comes to mind. What did we benefit from everywhere else?
Okay, cool. So a lot of civil rights activists went. A lot of civil rights activists.
Bro, you don't have the answer, bro. Let's keep it real and straight. You don't have the answer.
Wait,
You know,
we don't pause.
and
Okay,
this-
let me pause. Okay. Anyways, anybody who has any Black-owned business, you have a product, you have a YouTube or something that you want to promote, go ahead and send me a DM so I can go ahead and start promoting your Black business. Go ahead, Faith. My bad.
This is
Commercials.
In between commercials, before I forget.
and this is what I'm saying, bro. I'm not speaking bad about, I'm African myself, I live here, I love it here, I'm not going nowhere. But what I'm trying to say to you is this is the same experience we're having, You get a person that comes from another land who doesn't really understand what's going on in your land, and you try and have all kinds of opinions and all that stuff, and it's just annoying because you don't have the experience to actually comment on anything that person is experiencing. The only thing the only thing that you have is getting there, benefiting, getting rich, and that's it. So you're never going to understand the person whose forefathers have fought and died for a struggle, but they're still struggling. You feel like you just came, it's easy here, I just got this. All these other people are lazy because I just got here and I got this and that and that and that. You're never going to understand the ground and what's going on in the ground. This is why I'm totally against people just getting to another man's country and pretty much feeling entitled and saying, bro, whatever people feel in their country, that's how they feel. We have a responsibility to fix our own countries. That's what we should be speaking about.
Everybody got work to do.
You know what? You know how horrible it feels speaking and telling people what they should do in their country, but you're in a foreign land. You yourself are not in your own country, but you're telling other people what to do in their country, and it's not okay, brother. It's not okay. I
feel like I understand where you're targeting your point. I feel like going to another man's land, I don't think you're entitled to speak about what they're doing is like
think of it like this as an African. You get to someone's house, they let you in their house. They're like, okay, come in. I'm hosting you. I've got a good heart. Come into my house. I can see you have no house or you're struggling where you are. Come in. And then you start approaching the head of the family, the father of that family, and you start telling them what to do in their house. Do you understand that?
Good example.
Yeah, I get that.
Do
But that's
you
not, I
actually
don't understand. Yeah, but I feel like that's just
It'll basically be like it'll basically be like a bunch of us. Hold up.
Go ahead, brother.
It'll be like a bunch of us Black Americans moving to Africa and seeing that y'all fighting for something, and then us telling y'all don't deserve that.
Or you
Y'all
can't
should
fight
just
for
work
it like
for it.
that. Do this, do that. No, don't do that. It's like
Can I just ask a question to the
Go
Black
ahead,
Americans? Have African immigrants said? Have you heard them say that and Black Americans don't deserve reparations?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, all the time, especially on TikTok.
I heard it from Haitians. I heard it from Jamaicans. I heard it from anything with dark skin done said it. That's not Black American. I heard a dog.
Yes, we keep trying to explain to you what's happening. We keep trying to explain to you our experiences, and you keep saying, "Well, I feel." It's not about how you feel.
I'm not saying I feel.
That's the thing you guys don't understand. No, you keep saying, and I quote, "I feel." Like that's your words, not mine.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
I
but I
love.
said
Go
I said I feel like
love. Hold on, let I love.
I just want to say I'm Black American, going back to both sides of my family, going back to at least the early 1800s. That's as far as I know.
Mhm.
But you know, and I'm talking about 18, like 5, 10, something like that. I just don't understand no matter what anybody says, you always got a different answer for why you can't just bluntly, I'm just going to say, you guys can't mind your business. If anybody has a right to give anybody any kind of advice, it's the people that have made it possible for you to gain access to all the benefits that you have, but you still, you know, it's like you just lack the capacity to be humble. You know, if somebody invites you as a guest, this house, you're a guest in this country. You're nothing but a guest. You've been invited in. You're not entitled to anything. But it's if you know, it's like 5 different, however many people on this live, just going back and forth, and it's like at the end of the day, the root cause is you don't have the capacity to just say, humble yourself and say, yeah, you're correct. We have, and there's no buts, but. There, you know, you're correct. We have no business telling you what to do if we can't do it in our own country. If we are tribal, if we are committed G-sides, if we have grown men marrying little 9-year-olds, if we have plumbing issues, we don't have water for our country. 10 million people out of school, 10 million kids out of school in Nigeria. You know, you got all these different issues. I don't care what country we mention. You know, $2 an hour. Pay the teachers $300 a month. How do you open your mouth and say anything? I would be embarrassed to even say what country I was from at this point. It's like how do you always have advice for somebody that has given you access to all these different things? We have 50,000 patents. We have 11.5 million people in this country with degrees that are Black. We have more doctors than anybody else. We have, you know, you name it, the cell phone that you're talking on. I've said this 1,000 times, the heating system, you know, you have electricity, it doesn't go out. That's, you know, you name it. So at this point, I'm going to land here. You guys, you know, some people don't believe in God. Some people do. I think the majority of Black people were brought up with a relationship with God, a fear of God, and you all are really lacking, because it's real easy. If you have any kind of relationship with God, you're going to have some godly wisdom. And it's real easy to just say, you know what? If I haven't fixed my house, we got all these problems over here. 1 in 4 of our people are single parents, and they're talking about our 4 million women when it's 150 million of them that are single parents. You know, why can't you just stop? It's so embarrassing, so irritating. And then to stick your nose in on somebody's reparations, you had absolutely nothing to do with it. Just nothing to do with that. All the atrocities. And I'm going to land there because I know I'm talking too much. And then to nerve to open your mouth and continue to sit on platform. But I want to say this, but it's like, why can't you just mind your business? You got real business over there. And I'll land there.
Oh, you know, that wasn't directed at me though. That was directed.
It was directed to you, brother.
Okay, she must have. So regardless to you being, he's from London.
I think. Wait, hold on. Let me give him some time to speak. Go ahead, bro. You didn't get to talk.
I think you might misconstrue, but I said I'm not saying that I don't think Black Americans deserve reparations. I 100% believe Black Americans deserve reparations. 100%.
That's not our point. That's not our point. You're still missing the point, sir.
But I haven't come to tell you guys what to do in your country. By the way, my thing is more of the infighting against the diaspora. It's just like I just don't see it as like beneficial. That's all it is. I don't know if it's come across.
Why? I just told you why. What do you not understand? I just told you why. I summed it up. I just told you why. No. How do you open your mouth from any part of the diaspora, come here and start talking about us like we can't Google what's going on in your country? How do any of them do that and then turn around and blame us because we know how to defend ourselves? You are talking to people that you're just making assumptions based on what white America told you, what they showed you on television. The average black person has lost somebody during the civil rights movement, including me. You know, they've been to jail for you ought to have access today to what you have. So when you say fighting in the diaspora wars, that's coming from the other people coming from the continent. This is what I mean when I say not being accountable. Always have something to come back with. The comeback is go and talk to them and tell them to stop coming over here disrespecting us so we don't have to waste our time on these kind of lives. That's it.
Okay.
There's nothing else behind that.
Can I come back to that?
He got comebacks, but he hard headed. But go ahead, brother.
No. I understand what I know. That's the thing. I understand.
How did we even become a part of this diaspora? That's the question I want to know.
No, but like, I understand what you're saying. But you can't just say the ignorance comes from the Caribbeans and the Africans.
Who does it come from?
It comes from both. It's both ways. It's 100%.
But hold on. Let me ask you.
No, it's not.
Hold on.
We are saying we.
Hold on. Let me ask him this. But who comes where? Do we go there? They come here.
So I've got cousins. I
just asked you a question. Do they come? Do we go there? They come here.
No, more Africans and Caribbeans go to America. That's 100%.
So
yeah, facts.
Being ignorant if you're coming to where I live at.
No, so this is what I'm saying to you. I've got cousins that live in America. They're from Ghana, right? They moved to America. They said they were bullied by Black Americans for being African. They wasn't going around saying you guys don't deserve reparations.
What kind of bullying?
Here we go.
Hold on. Because I love this topic. I love this topic.
No, because
Haitians all say the same thing. Go ahead.
This is the thing. I'm not trying to invalidate what you guys are going through.
So now we're getting to now I'm starting to see what your problem is. See, I was confused. I was like, what is this nigga's problem? Now I get it. You know what I'm saying? You've been bullied. You know what I'm saying? We think that we're better than you guys. So now you have all these rebuttals.
I'm from London. I haven't been.
I know, but you hear the stereotypes. You hear what we be saying for your cousins, and now you got a problem. Now tell me what kind of bullying. What kind of bullying did your brother, your cousins go through?
No, I don't have a problem, but I'm just saying. You guys are saying you're absolved. You guys are saying that you're absolved of the, I could say, the turmoil between both of you. That African American, you're saying Black Americans dislike African immigrants and Caribbean immigrants, and vice versa, no? Or you're just saying it's all one way. You're just saying African immigrants.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. And if I'm gonna say, you're gonna come back. You're gonna say something again. So this is how it went down. We fought for your ass to come in this country because we assumed that you guys will be on our side politically and ideology. But you guys didn't. You guys came here and wanted to benefit. You only looked after yourself. You only was worried about yourself. And then you came here with stigmas. And yeah, was there a little bit of bullying going on our part? Sure. But that's a part of our culture. Name calling, ranking. Everybody gets that. It's not dedicated to you specifically because you're African. I got it. People I know got it. Other Black Americans got it. See what I'm saying? So it wasn't because of you. Oh, because you African, I dislike you, I'm going to call you name. Black Americans got called African booty scratchers more than Africans did. That's what I'm saying. If you were dark-skinned, period, you got called an African booty
Exactly. And kids are mean. All of us, kids are mean. You're not special.
On the continent, too.
I know they told me I looked like I was overcooked.
Right. Nigga, once they turned that lights off in the classroom, it was over with for me.
And as a daughter, sister,
let me ask you a question. Host, do you literally think with 1.5 billion people over there and probably 300 million of them are kids, that they didn't do the same thing?
In their own country to their own people? Sure.
Right.
Yeah,
but yet they come up here, they said that you didn't like us because we were African. First of all, Black people don't do that. We don't look at anybody based on what country they come from and decide we don't lock them from a country. That's just not something we do. We don't. We may make comments about you, but it's not going to be you know, we're just gonna isolate you because you're African. We don't do that. We're gonna make jokes and then we're gonna include you. You can be part of the group. We're just gonna make fun of you. That's what we do.
And then
So
matter
I
of
don't
fact,
believe
I
that.
think
Yeah.
other places,
Tell us, we don't make
these
fun
other
of you. We
places
don't like
are
you.
a little bit worse than the Americans. A lot of these islands, these Caribbeans, they practice colorism. They're way worse
Yep.
than we are. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you guys a question? Has
Skin
your
bleaching.
interaction
Go ahead.
has your
Go ahead.
Skin
interaction
bleaching.
have your interactions with African immigrants in America been negative, or have they been generally okay?
Have answered that question several times. We keep telling you yes, and you are not listening.
No, I'm
We
saying
didn't
so.
just come up here. Yes, yes,
So no, I'm saying
yes,
no. So I'm saying most
yes.
no, but you just cut me off. I'm saying most of your interactions with African immigrants has been positive, though. Yeah.
I can answer that. I would say that
You starting to piss me off.
He just want to
on my
talk.
job, I met one nice guy from Nigeria. I think he was Nigeria, and the two women were hostile and nasty. Then I have friends that are married to people from the continent. Some of them are Haitian, some of them are from Nigeria, and they've been married to over 24 years at this point. So what else are you looking for? It's a mix.
Yeah. So I'm just saying. My point is, you should just try not to generalize. That's all. That's what my point is.
Okay, and we are telling you about our experiences with the people that do it. So now what?
Yeah, but
What about
likewise,
the experience that we're talking about?
No,
We're
but that's what I'm
talking
saying.
about the experience that we're saying. So now what?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Likewise, an African immigrant could say the same thing, like his interactions with an African
Yes,
American.
but we are home. We are home. We are home, and we are telling you how we're saying. You're talking about don't generalize, and we are telling you we are home, and we are experiencing this. And you keep saying don't generalize, but we are saying, hey, we are home and
So
experience
wait.
it.
So do you want all the African immigrants to leave America?
Hold on.
Yes.
Who's calling?
Yes.
Which one? Faith?
Yeah.
What's good, brother?
This is like this, brother. You mentioned earlier on that your cousins went to America and Black Americans bullied them.
Me? I didn't see that.
Generalization, you know? You're saying Black Americans bullied them, but not all Black Americans actually did that. So when these guys are speaking about their experiences, you should understand it the same way you expect everyone to understand what you meant by that. You know, you were not talking about all Black Americans, you know, but you were speaking about a certain group that did whatever they did. So I think don't be defensive, bro. Don't be defensive. Listen to the guys and take it for what it is, bro. That's it.
No, but that was going to be my next point, because when I mentioned that, I got cut off. I was going to say my cousin said they got bullied by Black Americans, but they don't write off all Black Americans. They understand that is you got to use critical thinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the fact that you brought that topic up showed that you're the one who held on to it. So the fact that you're talking about right now, you feel some kind of way about it.
I was showing you. Basically, what I'm trying to show you is that it can come from both sides. I'm not trying to say, oh, it's all Black Americans' fault.
This is our culture. Ranking is our culture. Teasing is our culture. So I'm saying we do that, but there's no foul intent in it. You're just taking it as that. There's no real hard feelings toward it. So I'm saying this is what kids do. So I'm saying, but hold on. One more quick point. And another thing is also a lot of the other bullying came from other groups of people. Like down here in Miami, every Haitian believed, they swear up and down that Black Americans were unaliving them, punching them. They had to start gangs, but they don't know that there was a lot of Jamaicans here before them Haitians came over, and Bahamians and all these other groups of people who also have these stigmas against these other groups of people. So we get the shitty end of the stick all the time when bullying comes up, because y'all love to put us and hold us accountable for all the bullying. And y'all can't even tell the difference between who's
all the groups.
You know what I'm saying? Like so that's all I'm saying, brother.
Can we touch on this? It comes from both sides. Can we touch on that?
Go ahead.
Let's pick a point, sir. So it comes from both sides. So let's deal with reparations. When have we gone over to any of those countries and told those people they don't deserve reparations?
No, but that's not what I was talking. That's not what I was talking about.
That's what I'm bringing up, because you make that, everybody says the same thing. It's both sides. Rather than being accountable for
No, I'm
who's
being
coming to
accountable,
our
but I'm
country,
saying that.
no, you're coming to our country. You're not accountable for what we're talking about. We'll have this same conversation 1,000 times over. You'll come up and say you're being bullied. I've heard this at least 20 times.
Yeah,
You were
they all
I'm
bullied
say it.
from
in
London.
grade
Nobody's
school.
bullied
Your
me.
feelings were hurt, and somebody talked about me because I didn't take a bath and I didn't use soap and blah blah blah. It's same old mess, and never admit, you know what? Yes, we do come from countries where people come over, get in politics, try to undermine us, try to pretend to be us, cosplay us, go after the benefits, and then tell us that we're lazy. And then when we put out the stats, then you want to have a problem with when you're speaking on the stats regarding our people. We have almost 3 million, over 3 million people with businesses, by the way, 1 million millionaires, multiple billionaires. And there are at least two people that I know of, specifically Junior Bridgman, who's hired over 400,000 people. Valerie Daniels has hired over 300,000. They are both franchisees. So, you never hear about that. All you hear is a negative about black people. And then you hear, when you find out we're astronauts, engineers, and everything else, you have a problem with it. And by the way, do you live in this country, sir? Do you live in the U.S.?
No, I'm from London.
Okay, so you really don't, you can't even, okay, never mind. I'll
He
mute
don't. He
you.
don't know. He don't
I'm
know.
unmuted.
All right,
No,
go ahead, brother. Top. Hold on.
This
Hold
all
on.
he gonna do is piss you off, girl.
Go
That's all
go
he
ahead,
gonna
brother.
do.
Top 0976, brother.
Oh yeah. I was gonna just say this, and this is not me, really talking about immigrants of African and Caribbean descent when they come to the United States. I see this as a basic requirement. If you're gonna stay and visit and just you what you call it, I don't know, you come to school and you're going back to I don't know, somewhere in the Caribbean or somewhere in Africa, and you just come into school. Okay, I can understand you. It's just an experience for you. But if you're a resident and you're actually going to stay and you become a citizen, you have a responsibility to learn the history of that country, right? You have a responsibility to understand the culture and the people that you're actually going to be living with, integrating with, and especially the people who are part of your racial group. Like, for some reason, it just seems that, and again, it's not me talking bad about them. It's just, and I'm trying not to, continue to qualify myself here, but it just seems like you got to explain over and over again the history of the country, what black people have gone through, the issues and problems. I mean, at the height of the George Floyd, situation, I actually saw immigrants it was most immigrants from other countries, black, but they were, African or Caribbean, saying, "Oh, you guys are not oppressed. It's not a problem. What are you complaining about?" I'm like, doggone, y'all just saw a dude get a knee to the neck for 9 minutes. Y'all don't see that as a problem? Like, I don't know why you have to explain that. And the thing about it is, the reasons that immigrants have to leave their countries, the issues and problems, we don't need to get into that. Somehow we're understanding, and I can actually empathize with them as to why they have to leave and what the issues and problems are. I get it, government, corruption, colonization, all this other stuff. But when black Americans say, okay, the similar incidents happen to black Americans right here in the United States. Oh, no, you guys are just lazy.
They act like it's a different story.
You're making excuses. Like, their story is more important than, the story of the people that they're actually integrating into. Like, it's weird to me. And you just have a responsibility to learn the history of the country that you're actually going to reside in, and especially if you're going to become a citizen. That would be my critique.
There you go. 100%. Be more careful. Go ahead, brother. What's your name? Where you from?
I'm from.
Sorry.
I live in Maryland. I'm Black
Okay.
American.
Okay.
I don't understand why when we say Black American, they get angry. They want, "Oh, you're African." Yeah, everybody. If that's the case, they say Africa is the motherland. Everybody should be calling themselves African.
Right. Great point.
Why is it that we, the only ones, the Jamaicans don't have to say Jamaican African? They from Africa. Haitians don't have to say Haitian African. But for some reason, we supposed to say Black American. I think it's a reason. I don't care what nobody said. They check off Black American. Jesse Jackson did a job on us with that.
Mm-hmm. Great
because
point.
they're able to check off African American on the census, and for jobs, for everything else, they're included with us. I think this is why they want us to hold on to African American. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah, they don't want to separate it.
and to
You're
deny
right.
and to deny, they want us to deny our ancestors. I literally was on a panel with this guy. Oh, well, those was Africans that was over here doing that. First of all, we would have been over here for 400 years. That's just like Darwin's theory, where he went over to the Galapagos, and after those animals had been there a certain time, they were the same species, but they delineated. The birds stopped flying. The turtles got bigger. Even though they're the same species, they branched off into their own. And it's the same thing for Black Americans. We still have African blood, but we do our own thing. We're our own. We're Black Americans. And they don't seem to understand that, or don't want to understand. But they want to come over here on their high horses and put us down. And I literally was in a panel where they was laughing about slavery and the picking cotton and hanging for a whole panel. It was at least 200 Africans in that room. I couldn't believe it. But yet and still they want to, oh, y'all do this. One thing about Black Americans, we beef, but when you give smoke, we gonna give it back. After the election, I've never seen anything like it. I'm 60 years old. When that man got elected, you heard the wind go out of the United States. Even the YT people understand us better than they do. It was like silently, everybody's like, we're gonna sit back, we're not gonna do. We didn't even say anything. It was amazing. They don't get that. We move different. And for them to come, and what really pisses me off, oh, we're doing better than y'all. First of all, you came in on the end play. That's just like I play 4 quarters of a game and you come in on the last play and we win the championship, and you take advantage. You take credit for the whole championship because you came in on the last couple of seconds of the game.
Right.
And then you benefit and you get the Super Bowl ring and all that, and then you talk trash. This is what they do. You came in on the end. You didn't come in on the struggle. You didn't come in through the water hoses and everything that our people and our ancestors went through. You came in for the benefit. Then you want to talk trash. It's the disrespect that angers me more than anything.
So when somebody says that they're doing better, then what exactly are they doing better though? Because, and this is, again, no offense to them, but what are they doing that that Black Americans haven't already done or been doing? Like, we've already hit all the checkpoints. You know, we have doctors, lawyers, attorneys, engineers, scientists, most Black men, blue collar workers, a lot of Black women, got degrees. I mean, like, what are they doing? And so here's the misnomer with that. You can't take, like, let's just say, for example, a group of people from Nigeria, let's just say 1,000 of them come to the United States and they do well. That's fine. That's great. But you're going to compare that 1,000 to the 40+ million? You could take 1,000 Black Americans and go to Nigeria and say the exact same thing.
Right.
And that's why it's not even a good comparison. And who are you comparing yourself to? Now, if you're comparing yourself to Robert Smith, a multi-billionaire, he's in corporate, multi-billionaire, and so because I kind of asked that question, who you exactly, if you're comparing yourself to, I don't know, who are you comparing yourself to? And when I compare myself to the people that are comparable to me, right? People that are, same or similar age, or just age range by about 10 years, same education, and then, physical, whatever ability and stuff like that. I'm not looking at somebody who I already know that I'm well past and going, oh, I'm better than that dude. I was past him like 20 years ago. So I'm not comparing myself to that man. I'm looking at my peers, right? And how well am I doing against my peers? That's your competition. And then you should be, if you're going down to if you're comparing yourself to the people at the bottom, then that's not even a contest.
Right. Exactly.
The thing is, I want to just add, let me a couple of sentences. I just want to add, what happens is, like you said, is all of these Black American people in United States. And if you compare to each other, then you, like you said, there isn't a competition. But the thing is that what they like to do is compare the top 10% that might come over here and become a doctor or become a lawyer, which we already are. And then they like to compare it to our lowest and then think, oh, they're superior. And that's what we're trying to explain to Mr. London. he's not paying attention. But that's what happens. You're not comparing apples with apples. You're not comparing oranges with oranges. You can't compare our top with your top because we'll win every time. That's why they're trying to. They magically tried to make us the sixth diaspora. The sixth member of the African whatever because they know all the money we have as a spending power in Black America. So if everybody was treated all equally, they wouldn't be worried about the money that we make as Black Americans. But, apparently we're just being lazy. Us with our degrees, me included.
All right,
So
go
does
ahead,
anybody
Amari.
know?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
I gotta let him respond now. Yeah, we tag team here. You gotta let him speak at least one. Go ahead, brother. What's your rebuttal to that? I know you got one because you don't stop, nigga. God damn. Go ahead.
No, I feel like you guys feel like I'm just here to like argue with you guys. I'm not. I'm just like literally. I'm just trying to. I understand your perspective. Like I understand it. Yeah, it's not like my experience. But like I said, I know Africans continentally that are ignorant. I know tons of them that are ignorant. I know Black Brits here that are ignorant. You guys are trying to tell me that there's no ignorant Black Americans, which isn't true because I see it on the internet all the time. I'm not commenting. Not anybody in particular. I'm just saying I see it on TikTok all the time. Like you guys, like someone even said it. You guys don't have water. Like who told you that Africans back home don't have water? Who told you that? Like, who told you don't have water?
Sir, we said you have a water problem.
No, we
you have a
don't.
water
That's
problem.
what
You're
I'm
not even
saying.
listening. You're listening to respond. That's what you've been doing ever since before I came up here. No one said you had a water problem, but you do have a problem with in Africa, a huge problem with your water. If you let me speak, I'll answer you because you asked the question. You all can Google
No,
it
but
right
every time I
now.
speak, you cut in. You're not gonna let me finish. You're not gonna let me finish what I'm saying. Every time I speak, you cut in to
You
interject,
giving
and
out
then you say I'm
misinformation.
trying to.
Spoke more than everybody in here. What are you talking about?
Can I address
I'll be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet, bro.
Well, no. Amari, go ahead and finish, bro. I want you to hurry up and finish.
No,
God damn it.
it's cool. It's cool.
Hurry up.
No, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
No, nigga, it ain't cool.
Faith, you can
Hurry
do it.
up and
Faith,
finish.
you can
Go
do it.
ahead and say what you gotta say.
Arms, are you there, bro?
Yo, yeah, I'm there, bro.
All right, cool. I think one of the things that you need to understand, bro, is like I feel like you need to have the emotional intelligence to engage. What you're doing right now, it's like people telling you how much you're
He's from London. He's
frustrated.
Chinese.
It's like people telling you how much you frustrated them, and then within that conversation, you bring up the fact that they've also frustrated you at some point. It's like, but you are also like this and like that and like that. What the guys are telling you here is a genuine experience. It's a genuine experience that they've had. So there's no need for you to say, I understand that there's, ignorant Africans, but are you telling me that there are no ignorant Americans, bro? That's what are you trying to achieve by that question? Holmes?
My point is, yeah, man. My whole point is. This is my point.
You trying to square up?
Hold on, let him go,
love
please. Let him talk. Go ahead, brother.
Oh my god.
They don't want you talking at all.
My whole point is, us as Black people across the globe, we bicker so much against each other when we know who the real opposition is. You're there focusing on African immigrants when, like, I feel like all of us collectively need to direct our attention to what the real problem is. You know what I mean? To our oppressors, and that's all of us.
We are telling you that you are a problem. You are literally. We are telling you that you are a problem. Excuse me, not you per se. We are telling you that we understand the white people are a problem. You have to understand. We have been fighting with white people for over 400 years. So we know that we haven't stopped fighting. But we are also saying that other Black people in the diaspora is a problem as well. And you are negating that. We
Can I
keep
explain this to
explaining
him
that
too,
to
Black?
you. The white people are a problem, and the black people that are diaspora are a problem as well. So we're not going to stop and only focus on the white people while the black people in the diaspora disrespect us. We're not going to do that. We're gonna fight both because
See, Black,
black Americans are a fighter.
can I explain this to him? Ons, again, because I'm an African and we're very big on family and, respect for a household, I'll explain this to you like this. If you get to my house as a kid because you've been abused at your family house, and then I let you in my house because I feel sorry for you. If you start stealing from my house, I'm not going to say, well, we need to deal with your parents because they're the ones that traumatized you and all that stuff. I'm going to deal with you, the immediate threats. That's in my house. Stealing at my house. That's what's going to happen. So it's unfair for you to say, the guys need to deal with white people. Meanwhile, you guys are in these guys' countries calling them lazy. And, say stuff like they don't deserve whatever it is that they're fighting for, You are the immediate threats at that point, So you need to be rid of at that point. Because you're standing in the way of them achieving what they've been fighting for before
Okay.
you got there.
So to everybody here. So what's the solution? You want everybody to go back to their country? Is that what you want?
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what's crazy? Let me just show you.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I feel like in the UK, the only people that say that are white people. So it's crazy hearing that from black
Once
people.
again, we are not from UK. We don't care.
I know, but it's like it sounds like you guys are very crazy xenophobic, like crazy.
Let me ask you something.
That's what it sounds like. Faith. That's what it sounds like to me. Like you guys really dislike other black people.
That's the same shit.
Let me ask you something, brother.
That's the shit you guys say about my country.
Hold on, Faith. Let me ask you something because you got to ask some questions. What do most immigrants come here for in America?
They come for opportunities.
Okay, so do they come to help black Americans?
Indirectly, by coming to work and paying taxes, it's helping black Americans.
That helps black Americans?
Indirectly, not directly. Like I said, they're not like.
Who do you
This is what pisses people off.
Hold on. So, and how does that help us indirectly, sir?
What do you mean indirectly?
You said indirectly. You tell me what you mean indirectly.
So paying taxes helps with everything to run with your country, your infrastructure, your health services, everything, schooling.
But you are taken away because you guys are coming here. But when you guys check boxes on the census, or when you go to college and you check scholarships meant for black Americans, or when black Americans are supposed to have grants for businesses and you check off our boxes, you are taking our resources and yet not putting back in the black community. So once again, as he asks, how are you helping the black community by coming in, taking resources for the black Americans, and then all you're doing is paying regular taxes? Please explain. The floor is yours.
Bro, how much do foreigners in America?
Hold on, Faith. Let him talk. Go ahead, because we asked him a question. Go ahead, brother. Answer the question. And then where do you get that information from? Taxes that they indirectly help black Americans. Taxes. Every highway that's built off of taxes help black Americans. Certain highways down here in Miami actually destroy certain neighborhoods in Miami.
No. So what I mean by indirectly, the way taxes work, you pay the government, and the government you vote, wherever that is, Republican, Democratic, I don't know, innit? Whoever you vote decides
over time, right?
How that money's being split up, right? So if you take all the immigrants out, you're taking away from your GDP, your gross domestic product. So your country makes less money.
You're not factoring in when you guys come into the country and you're checking boxes, because you guys do, for black Americans when it comes to our grants for Black businesses, when it comes to our grants for scholarships for Black Americans, when it comes to a lot of resources that are specifically for Black Americans, you guys check those boxes. So therefore, yes, you're having taxes, and I'm not gonna argue that point. Granted, we don't know where those taxes are going. However, you can have that point. But what happens about the stuff that they're taking out of our community by checking the resources that are specifically for Black Americans? Please.
So let me ask you something real quick, because I want to talk to you personally. So all right, so and you say you indirectly help us, but there's no real proof of that. Hold on. You're assuming that we benefit somehow. It just seems like we're benefiting, but okay, fine. So if you're coming here indirectly helping, do you not think that you're taking as well too?
Yeah, for sure.
So hold on. So you're for sure taking, but indirectly helping.
Yeah, but that goes for every group. That goes for every group.
What? We're only talking about two groups right now.
I'm saying but I'm saying that goes for every single group that comes to America. Every immigrant group that comes to America.
That's what we're talking about.
Every immigrant is not checking Black American.
So, but no, Black Americans are not immigrants. You guys are.
Hold on, no. Let me hear him talk. Go
Africans are checking those boxes.
But you're missing my point.
Hold on. Let me hear him talk. So what's your point? What was your point to that? Who are we talking about right now?
I'm saying every immigrant group that comes into America pays taxes. So you guys are saying you just want all immigrants to leave America. You only want white Americans, Black Americans, and Native Americans.
And what was my reason for saying that? We just talked about it. What was the reason for me saying that? Because you just said you indirectly help, but you for sure take. So when I come back and I say your ass need to go, that's the reason. So what's the problem?
But I'm saying is that the same for like Mexicans, Chinese?
You motherfucking right.
We're not talking about them. We're talking about Africans.
I'm just asking.
Hold on.
I'm just asking a question.
Hold on. Do you hear my talking? Generally, I'm talking about all y'all ass. But right now, since you're African, you're talking about Africans. So yeah, what's your point?
I just think that's very like a how do I say this? I feel like saying I feel like it's very like closed-minded to be like, oh, my country's mine, everybody else fuck off. I don't feel like you benefit from other countries.
Hold on. Let me hear talk real quick. I'm gonna let y'all talk.
You guys benefit from other countries, and I know Faith will know this. African countries uphold the West. Your phone that you're streaming on now
benefits from other countries.
Listen to what I'm saying. Every country benefits from other country. Every country. Like every country, you all export, import from different countries.
How do Black Americans benefit from other countries?
Your phone that you've got right now, you wouldn't be able to have that phone. You wouldn't be able to have that phone without Africa. It wouldn't exist.
We made the phone.
No, you didn't make the
thank you for
phone.
allowing me up. Can you go ahead and drop me? And this is a great live. I just hope you move on from this guy, because at this point, I just think he wants to be centered. And you probably have some people in the chat. It would be great. And then also Faith could actually do seminars, because he's wise, he's listening. So you can go ahead and drop me from there. Thank you.
All right, man. I appreciate you. Have a good one.
I appreciate it.
Faith, I like you, Faith. You cool in my book.
Yeah, you know, brother, because it sounds like you just don't want to understand. For some, you got to understand that, you know, Black people, we've been through a certain struggle in America, and our fight is not done here. Although you guys are fleeing from your fight, you guys are running from your fight, we haven't stopped. We didn't run away. We are undefeated. See what I'm saying? We made white people compromise. Right now is what we call a compromised state. And we're playing tug of war right now. And you're coming in during this tug of war match, and you're extracting from us and indirectly helping. Our fight is not done, sir. That's the part that I don't think you kind of sort of understand. We're still going at it. We're not running away.
So,
and you're not contributing.
I heard you mention something about xenophobia. Can you go on with that point? I just wanted to hear what you wanted to say.
I'm just surprised. I'm not surprised. I feel like most people I know that are xenophobic are old, upset white people where I'm from. So seeing black people being xenophobic is like kind of like you're hating on
Define
your own.
xenophobic.
Like obviously you
You
guys differentiate. You
you
guys,
guys are not our people. You guys like
yeah,
what?
that's what I'm saying. That's what,
You're
clearly,
not.
clearly.
We are clearly
Yeah, I
no.
know.
You are choosing to be obtuse. Like you are choosing. We are explaining all of our issues, and you're saying, "Forget your issues. What about the white people?" And we're like, "No." We are still fighting the white people. We are still fighting. But you guys are taking from us and being disrespectful. You're taking. You're like, oh, well, we add. Okay, and you're taking our resources and going against what we are fighting for. You got to understand, we have never stopped fighting the white man. That's how that's how America became so beneficial to Africans because we never stopped fighting. You're not listening. If you're not a
Bro,
part of the agenda, you're a part of the problem. And right
bro,
now, the
oh,
Africans are part of the problem. God, Faith, do your thing because
Holmes,
he don't hear us.
Holmes, like, out of the like entire GDP of America, how much do you think foreigners contribute to that percentage-wise?
We can Google that. I'll just Google it right now.
Huh?
Well, let him go Google that. Anybody else want to? Pro Brodo, you want to hop on here, Pro Brodo? Let's get Pro Brodo on. I think he wants to say something to me. He's talking about someone scared. Are you talking?
Casey never said anything, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm here.
And you
I was
have him
just
up
being,
here.
Hold
I
on,
was
hold on,
being,
hold on, hold on.
I was being
I'm
respectful. I don't. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna drop Amari so everybody else can talk. Let me bring Pro Brodo on,
Appreciate
and
it.
if you guys are gonna talk, I'm gonna let you guys talk. Go ahead. Oh well, let's go in order. Who got on first? Was it Bay Israelite or was it?
City of Life.
Okay, go ahead. City Life, go ahead.
I got something I want to offer, man. I'm from the South Bronx.
Okay.
I am definitely foundational Black American. I want to say this, and I don't want to speak directly to the brother Ohms. I just want to offer this thought for us or anybody else outside of America. When you let's look at this decisive plan. When you look at the Essence Music Festival, right? You look who owns Essence Magazine, Essence Inc., and the festival, right? I've been reading about the AU and their plans. It's in plain sight. You can read it. What they call us the African diaspora or African or Black Americans. We have a 1.7, $1.8 trillion spending. We got the bag. They actually saying without us at the table, the AU is in negotiations with America. None of our leaders, none of us at the table to get our bag to send money that we're using, money that we're spending from America to Africa, South Africa, Nigeria. How is that even possible? This is why we don't trust you. This is why all of the underlining things that you guys are doing, and you wonder why we don't trust you. They don't even know the history of the Essence magazine. First and foremost, it was designed and built for Black women to pay homage to our women who went through the struggle with us. So to hear them destroy that at the Essence Festival this past in July, to hear them talk about taking the Essence Festival back to its original roots disturbed me. All of the women, I mean, you guys can Google this ain't hearsay. All of the women who've been participating in the Essence Festival for many, many, many years got a cease and desist letter from Essence, meaning they cannot do business with the Essence Festival. What? They've been supporting the Essence Festival for years. And now that it's owned by an African, his name is Daniel O something. I don't really know his last name. But the fact that they're having negotiations on the table about our purse, $1.7 or $8 trillion, Sending it to Africa is a problem. And I land right there, brother. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, brother. And that's the whole thing. The problem is y'all not on code. See what I'm saying? Y'all not on code. It's not like y'all coming here to build yourself up and then give back to the same community that helped you build yourself up. You gain and then go on about your business. And you don't pour nothing back. Give them money.
And they've been like that.
Huh?
You know, it's funny how the Africans come here and they talk about uniting with them. We've never been united. We are just two different people and species. We eat different foods. And I tell you what, if the Africans think they're really on our side, look at how many Black Americans integrate with Africans. You don't hardly you don't even hardly hear about it. See, the thing about this, when Africans come here, they're for self. All they care about is for self. And what you can tell is that they don't even hire Black Americans.
They don't.
Matter of fact, they socialize more with Hispanics than with the Black American.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing too is that, I don't know if, and so this is what I don't understand. You have Africans over here complaining about anything when y'all can just go back to your country. We never told you guys to come over here. And this is another thing. They just like the Mexicans. They come over here, they make all the money, and they send it back home to Africa. It doesn't get recirculated back here. But guess what? We can't go to Africa. That's not our home. This is our home here.
Right.
And the thing about it, though, is that we've shown more love to Africans than they've ever shown us. How you think they know how to sell the shit that they sell?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we help them so tremendously, but not once did they say they don't look at us as their brother. Okay, and matter of fact, when they come here and they fill out a job application, they don't put that they're Black. They put that they're white.
Mm.
They don't. Yeah. They don't recognize. I mean, all our life, I'm gonna tell you something. All my life, we've always been taught that the Africans are our peoples. That's the motherland, and that may be true. But to be honest with you, we are a whole different species, And it's crazy for me, and it's not to take anything from Africans or Africa, right? But they got millions and millions of Africans. I don't know the exact the population there, right? But it's funny. I've never seen no Mike Tyson, no Michael Jordan, like no Michael Jackson, no Prince, no like we started all of this shit.
Right.
We started all of this. We influenced the world. Even from the cornrows to just the way we dress. And one thing I always wanted to ask an African though, out here as Black Americans, we wear gold. We love gold because we like to look at as ourselves as kings. I've yet to see an African wear gold. Like they always wear the beads, but if anything, y'all wear silver. And y'all from the continent where that's where the gold is from. You would think
Right. Got
you would
diamonds.
think
They
you
got all the
coming.
diamonds. They got all the gold, and you don't rock none of it.
I don't never see an African wearing even a gold chain.
You don't see no gold
So
teeth. You don't see no mouthful of gold. You don't see yucks. You don't see nothing.
like that, but it's ironic that you think about stuff like that you never see.
Right.
And
That's a
so I'm
great
just,
point.
yeah, but we are different people. We respect that that's the motherland, but we're different, and they don't rock with us as we are united. We've never been united, never. And I tell you another thing too. Whenever we have marches or there's been a wrong to a Black American, I've yet to see an African on the front line.
Mm.
And I
And
land
if
my
I
plane.
may,
Oh, I'm
and if
sorry.
I
Brother,
may,
appreciate it. Go ahead, brother. Where you from? What's your name?
hey, so my name is Uraga Bora. I'm a part of the ISUPK. I'm the Commander General of Hana. I'm Israelite. I just want to say what the brothers bringing out so heavy because what we don't know is that we got sold by Africans. So let's start there. The Egyptians wasn't the people who you see over there now. The Egyptians were Africans. And they sold us. So we were all there. Yeah, we were in that area, but we were all a part of different tribes. So let's start there. So when you
Right.
wonder why they come over here and they don't respect us, because they know the truth. We just don't. You understand? So for us to expect them to come over here and help us in any aspect is ludicrous. What we have to start doing is Black Americans, Haitians, Jamaicans, because they didn't sell their own people. They sold different tribes. I believe
We
personally.
might have some different views on that, but I hear you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying the proof is in the pudding,
Yeah.
though. Because how many times have Africa rose up against America for what they did to Black people here?
Yeah,
They acknowledge
how
it.
about Haiti? Haiti ain't do this. They ain't do shit neither.
But you
Well,
know, you get
Haitians are a part of us. Haitians came on a boat just like we did. Haiti was ran by the French first. The Haitians rose up against the
Yeah,
French and
yeah,
kicked them
but
out.
when they come over here, they're Haitians, and we're Yanks and Yayas. That's what they
I
call
yeah,
mean,
us.
right,
that's because
right.
we don't know. That's because we don't know. If you keep a people down and oppress them,
Nah,
they will never know.
it's
I'm
not
Hey, let
that
telling
me
we
you,
tell
don't
bro.
you
know,
something
sir.
though.
Listen,
Hey,
hold
look.
on, hold on. I hope you don't think we're just targeting Africans. I'm talking about everybody ass.
Yeah, everybody
Everybody,
No,
can
okay.
get it.
everybody wasn't born here.
Well,
We got
Yeah.
5 generations
right.
here. They come here with
Okay.
stigmas from where they're from,
Mhm.
and it's not us who are saying we didn't start the whole "you're not a part of us." We started Black Power. We the ones
Yeah.
who started this.
Right.
So we're the ones who brought everybody. When they got here, they started showing us that we're not like you. We're
We're not the
Yanks and
same.
Because
Yayas.
the white tea man, they be showing these
There's no
people who come over
excuse.
here.
There's no
No,
excuse
They
for
no,
it.
no
There's
no,
listen
no
though,
excuse
brother,
for
hear
it.
no.
me out. They show
Hold
them
on, let me hear him out. Let me
videos
hear him out. Go ahead.
and they tell them to stay away from us. Like it's not like that's why they feel the way they
And you
feel too.
listen? And you
I
listen?
mean, listen. They don't care. That's what I'm saying.
No,
Like
no,
they
people come.
hate.
No,
Like
no, no. Well, hold on, brother. Not to cut you off, but
go ahead. No,
people,
go ahead, bro.
immigrants come here. Immigrants come here, and they don't fuck with us because they think the white tea is the opportunity. That's what they feel. And think
Right.
about this too, though, brother. Anybody that come over to America and look down at us, we look at your countries, and you guys got millions of people in a goddamn village, and nobody is ahead on technology at all. Y'all still, not all living in huts, but you guys are definitely behind the times on technology. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. The end of the day is this. We all listen, one thing about black people, about black Americans, we're very educated. From we was young, they say, hey, young blood, don't go down there because the police gonna fuck. We've always been having our finger on the pulse. Okay, so we're not ignorant what's going on. But I'm saying at 2025, what happened is black Americans is tired of looking out for every motherfucker. And when you bring your ass over here, you don't fuck with us. That's just what it is.
And there's no
They
Right.
don't.
excuses. There's no
Africans do
excuses.
not hire black Americans. Mexicans don't hire blacks. I told a guy one time, right? And I'm gonna land my plane. I know I'm taking too much time. But what happened is he asked me, well, blacks don't fuck with us either. I said, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna bet you $50. Cause I live in LA, right? I said, I bet you $50 that you cannot find a person of color working for a Hispanic guy on a taco truck. If you can find that person, I'll give you $50. And he shut the fuck up. See, that's the thing, man. We so used to being beat on. Nobody give a fuck about us. Don't nobody help us. But when they see how we fight and we don't lay this shit down, now everybody want to be a part of what the fuck we got going on.
Black people
So,
help us from ICE. Help us from ICE. Hell
yeah,
no.
right. No, nigga, you on your own, nigga. Shit. Hey,
Hell
yeah.
no.
Hey, I ain't got no problem with that though. And it's funny how can you protest about something about being here illegally? That's dumb as fuck. That's like me selling dope and the police come and take all my shit and I'm out protesting talking about, damn, I know it's illegal, but you took all my shit.
Give me back my dope. Give me
Yeah,
back
yeah.
my dope.
Don't bring listen, if you out here illegal, don't bring your motherfucking kids. Don't bring your grandmama, because everybody gonna get that work. And don't be crying. Now I disagree how they doing it, but I don't give a fuck. Don't come out here if you ain't gonna if you're scared. Hey, listen, don't come out here. That's all I'm saying. Fuck all
I be
that.
watching that shit. I be like, ooh, that's fucked up. They got the kids.
Hey, I'm like, they didn't get enough of them motherfuckers. Y'all got three. Y'all got three. That's it. Yeah, you got them. I want the bus loads. Shit.
Damn, they done
Hey,
got the
listen.
grandma.
Hey,
They done got
look,
abuela. They done got.
hey, man, listen. It's so. Hey, look. It's so bad. I got my own business, but it's so bad because I'm pro black, and I tell everybody I'm fucking pro black, right? So look, the dude, my boy called me, and he had this Mexican working for him doing security, and they deported his ass. He calling me tomorrow. Hey, you know these brothers looking for some work? Oh, now we talking. Okay. Oh, now y'all want to call me and ask me who I got to hire.
Hey, speaking of that, anybody who has a black-owned business, you have a product, or you got something that you need to sell, send me a DM so I can do promos. I do promos on here as well. Hey, bro,
Okay,
that's a
I
good
got you
point.
too.
All
Hey,
right.
also, real quick, bro, I'm gonna land my plane. But for you, I do a podcast every Thursday, so I can give it back. If you got something that you want me to promote for you or spread the word, you let me know also.
Okay, there goes that right there. Y'all let them know.
Okay, all right.
All right, brother. Appreciate you. Lily Flowers,
Thank
brother,
you.
talk to me, bro.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
waiting.
ma'am, sorry.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Casey to come back. I just want to say something to Casey.
Casey. Who's? Oh, Casey. Oh, okay. Oh, he's right here.
Casey, we gonna start our protest on the dope, getting the dope back.
Casey, brother. You got
I
somebody who waiting on you, Casey.
But hey,
I
AI.
agree. Oh,
Go ahead, really.
TB can go ahead.
I agree. Like for the life of me, I don't understand how we are supposed to protect people that are illegal. Being illegal to a country is not a human rights issue. It's not. It's crazy because we can't go to any other country without documentation. Before we enter any other country, they go, hey, pay your fee, give your documents. Okay, you can be here for X amount of time. However, when it comes to America, we're supposed to allow everybody to just come here without documentation. And yet, then, like, oh my gosh, he said he's in LA. Did you see, like, the governor or the mayor of LA? Not the governor, because the governor is full of California, but the mayor of LA, she's like, you know what? Food stamps and public assistance to all the illegal immigrants. And I'm like, what the hell?
That's crazy.
What the hell is going on? How are you giving illegal immigrants all of the resources, and yet there are a lot of places in America that are living below the poverty line that needs these things, especially Black Americans, because the little bit of resources that we do have within these places are being redirected to people that don't even freaking live here. Like, it's insane. And then you have people talking about, oh, well, immigrants pay taxes. Yeah, and they're taking all the other resources. Like, what are we saying? What is happening? I feel like I'm living in freaking a fairy tale world. Like, I'm living in a, like, what do you call it? The chick going down the hat with the hat. Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, I feel. See, you were supposed to have my back. I thought we were together, but I feel like that because
I had to think about it. I mean, it's been a minute since I've seen the movie.
It's a book, though. That book been out forever. You know what? I thought we had a Black American bond. We did. We don't. He's right. We're not alike.
Okay, AI. So is Mexico part of the United States?
No.
No, it's a part of America though, but not the United States.
Yeah, it's part of America, right?
Yeah.
It's part of North America, right?
Yeah, so is Jamaica, so is Haiti. So it's not a part of the United States of America though.
Yeah, so but it's part of America, North America.
No, it's
kind
of the continent. It's part of the continent.
Yeah. And it's connected to California, right?
But there's jurisdictions, ma'am. They don't matter. It's the same thing with Canada.
No, I just have a question. So technically, they're not immigrants. They're part of North America.
Oh, that's not how that works.
Hold on.
Wait.
Let it continue. Go ahead.
Wait, before the colonizers came to America, California and Texas was part of Mexico, right?
Yes.
Right. So, I mean, you know, it's not fair, but yeah, it's happening. But I don't think we should bash them and be hateful.
Goddamn, Lily, that's what happens when you lose. Mexico lost. So it's my shit.
No, it's not right. It's not right.
What do you mean it's not right? It just happens. It happens everywhere. Once
like the way some panels
you lose
are speaking,
the war, you done lost your land. That's how it is. That's how it was for the Native Americans. That's just how it is for Black Indigenous.
Yeah, AI. Okay. So are you guys talking about the African immigrants or the Mexican immigrants?
We're talking about all illegal immigrants. All illegal immigrants, regardless. Now, even if we were being American, if I went to Mexico, if I went to Brazil and I did not have the correct documentation that Brazil requires, then I am illegal and I deserve to be kicked out. So no, I'm not saying that they're special or I'm special. Anybody who enters a country needs to have the proper documentation for that country. If you do not, you deserve to get kicked out. That's it. That's for everybody.
I'm not understanding what's so hard to understand about that. It's called sovereignty.
No, I know, but I'm just, AI, I'm just saying, like, just out of, like, just having a heart, if we think about before these laws was placed in, Mexico is the U.S.
Okay, so
this is their place.
Let me ask you something. So where were these people at during our slavery?
They were in the West. Slavery started in the East and South, right?
If you don't know anything about Mexico participated in slavery. They had
absolutely.
So okay, how did they participate? It was because people were brought from Africa to their land, right?
Girl, you need to start reading.
So when the slaves
what are we doing?
Are you trying to wait, Lily? Hold on.
When the slaves came, they came to this land, right? Illegally, right?
Oh.
When the slaves came.
Oh, the slaves did not come illegally. We
were already
here. Dumb?
We already
TB, how did the slaves come?
Some of us
the slaves came because there were indigenous Americans, and then there were some Africans that were stolen from Africa and brought here.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And then you had the indigenous. No, that does not make them illegal.
So Lily, what you
the slaves that came from Africa, they came as immigrants, right?
Intelligence. Hold on.
Well, in her defense, everyone that came over were.
Hold on. So Lily, if you don't understand, Mexico is fairly new. It's not really that. The name itself is really not that old, or the people there are not that old at all. So Mexico, that land right there was just black indigenous. So
right.
At one point in time, the Spanish came over and they colonized that area and became whitewashed, and that's when now you got all these light skinned looking mixed.
Right.
That's when you become Mexican, and they participated in enslaving or capturing prisoners of war, which is what we are, because we're indigenous. And not only that, when their first or second president, correct me if I'm wrong, was black, and he helped out black slaves or prisoners of war, and they chopped that nigga head off.
Right, you're right about that.
And they killed them. So now you're telling me I'm supposed to look at these niggas and be like, let's help these
No, not the modern day Mexicans. I meant the ancient ones, the black Mexicans who was already, native Mexicans are really black.
They're not coming over here. They staying their ass in Mexico.
I'm talking about like the ones back before Spain came. The black Mexicans.
Those are not the ones who are coming to America right now. That's not the ones we see. We see these.
You got to teach her everything?
No, I meant like.
I got to teach you everything.
Yeah, I mean we're saying the same thing. TB just shouldn't jump in what I'm saying because I'm trying to get to a point.
Go ahead.
Just if I could speak. Yeah, so we should try to understand why they're coming over here.
The modern ones. The nowadays ones?
I see some black Latinos too. I see some black ones.
Barely.
From Guatemala. The ones from Guatemala, they're black.
Okay, and what's the point? What's your point?
I'm just saying, this panel and the people that are here that are blacks should just have a little bit of heart. Don't just say it as in, oh, they need to leave, we need to kick them out. They were once indigenous to this land too.
It has nothing to do with having heart. It has nothing to do with that.
It's proper protocol for everybody.
That's the reason why it was established. Everything you're talking about, this land wasn't established as a United States at that time.
What was it?
It was colonies. It was different colonies, different types of ownership. It wasn't all United States. So you can't say what you're saying right now. It does not apply. It's null and void.
It does apply because the West.
It doesn't. The
West was part of what is current Mexico.
That part was purchased. The Louisiana Purchase.
I'm talking about before it was purchased.
But after it was purchased, it's no longer theirs. If I buy something from you,
why can't we talk about before it was purchased?
Because
I'm not talking about.
We don't live in that time. We live in 2025, honey. You can get on par.
So why is everyone talking about history if I can't bring up before?
Where are you from, Lily?
Hold on, AI. Hold on. I'm talking about before
we got
the colonies were split up. Before everything.
How is this relevant?
Right, but we purchased it, so therefore there's no more. Once we purchased it, it's part of America.
Who
that is
purchased
the end.
it? TB, who purchased it?
The 13 colonies that became
Right, but
America initially, and then they kept purchasing the rest of America. They either
okay,
conquered
TB.
it or purchased it. That's
Yeah, but